Kevin.
Oh, hi.
We're back.
Oh, my God. Feels like forever.
That was forever. Our last episode was December 6th.
Something like that. That's when we aired it. I know. So sorry we've been away for so long, everyone. But, you know, we got lives.
Yeah, holidays.
And, you know, I might have had something important happen to me since then.
Yeah, what happened to you?
Oh, you know, I got married.
Yay!
Yeah.
To Jesse, right? Hopefully.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. My husband, Jesse, and I got married after 4 years of being together. We had a nice little private ceremony in our house.
Awesome.
And then a month later, we had a big party for friends and family, and David was there.
I was there. Had a great time.
Yeah.
A little too much wine, but, it was expected and deserved.
Yeah. You're open bar. You're welcome.
Yeah. How much of the open bar did I consume?
Oh, they gave us like a detailed list afterwards, and I could like circle, that's this friend, that's this friend. So, yeah. You owe me $700.
That was very generous, by the way. It was a great time.
It was a good time. And yeah, I'm married. I will say it does feel a little different.
The ring's shiny.
Yeah.
Love it.
Feels a little different. It's like a extra level of security and like, I get half of his shit.
I got real stressed out like the first 3 or 4 months after I got married, though. It's like pretty legit. I mean, it's like a very mature adult thing to do is to get married. I can't think of anything more mature and adult to do, right? And I was like, oh crap, I'm not a kid anymore. Fuck.
Yeah, I know. It's a mind changing thing. But enough about me. We're back.
We're back.
Let's talk about shit that freaks us out.
We should dedicate this to Tiffany, who actually was the one who nudged us. Thank you, Tiffany.
Oh my God, we've actually gotten a few emails from people like, "What the fuck? Where have you guys been?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, we do get breaks."
Keep in mind, I was deathly ill for most of the holiday season.
I know.
Now that looking back, I probably did have the flu, even the flu shot. Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to describe it.
A lot of people got the flu this year.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Not this kid.
Well, it's still flu season. I'm
fine. I've gotten nosebleeds at the wazoo
because the dry air.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into that in a bit. So, this is Terrifyingly Beautiful, the podcast about anxiety and anxiety and anxiety. Yeah. So let's do our social media bullshit since it's been a while.
Oh my God, are you going to test me on this now?
Our website is terrifyinglybeautiful.com. It's like at Gmail? No, that's
I haven't even been on the website like a year. But
good.
Our social media, so Twitter and Instagram is at terrifyinglyb.
Yeah.
And we have an email.
terrifyinglybeautiful@gmail.com.
Oh my God, we did it. Thank God.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So reach out to us. Let us know
what's riding a bike.
When's the last time you posted on Instagram?
Leave me alone. Why do they say that? It's like riding a bike. I probably haven't ridden a bike since I was 16.
Really?
Yeah, why would I have?
Well, it's a legitimate form of transportation. I mean,
yeah, I got cars since then.
I owned a bike up until like I was 36, 35.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it.
Riding a bike fucks with my thumb. My left thumb. Like after I ride it, the next day I feel like my
carpal tunnel.
No, like the creases on my thumb. I feel like they've gone away.
Well,
and
what are you doing to the handle?
I grip it like it's my last. Like I'm falling off a cliff.
Yeah, I never noticed. I'm sure it happened. I never noticed like bike injuries, but now I hear about them all the time. People falling off the bike and hitting their head, and they're crippled, or they have like brain issues, or people dying because they get run off the road. I just never heard about that when I was growing up.
And now all of a sudden it's in your face?
Yeah, it's like
really?
Yeah, like a whole story on NPR the other day about Boston is considering what Stockholm, Sweden did, like have actual separate bike lanes that cars can't access.
Oh,
because right now they have bike lanes, but cars can go into the lanes.
Yeah,
right?
it's a painted line.
It's pointless, right? So,
interesting.
Yeah.
Also, trains. I thought trains were so safe, and they're derailing every other day now.
I just on a train yesterday, coming back from New York City. But great segue to what stressed me out this week.
And what, everything? Because everything kills you. Yeah, you start because this is your topic.
So I was in New York City the last couple of days, and I take the train into Penn Station. And for those of you who have been to Penn Station, you know what I'm talking about. It is
a dumpster.
Shit show.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, it's a shit show. And it triggers all of my anxiety around claustrophobia, around a suicide bomber is going to blow the shit out of me right now. To like, where do I go? I'm going to miss the train. I'm not going to hear the person's, And so the whole...
They did get rid of the flippy floppy,
like... They did. And that's all like, it's all LCD
electronic
panels.
Yeah, I missed that. I like that noise.
I actually pay I pay more money to go into first class because you can go into the lounge and they give you like a 3-minute heads up on what track you're going to be on, so you can actually.
I like that.
Cut through all the craziness and get to so
that stresses me out about trains is because I'm always worried I'm going to miss my stop and wake up in
or get on the wrong train. You're in Baltimore all of a sudden, or
Miami.
I would love to go to Baltimore. So typically it is, but what really stressed me out about Penn Station is that I was there probably waiting for my train for probably 45 minutes, and I was trying not to make eye contact, but within that 45 minutes, I got approached at least a half a dozen times. So the first person who approached
me by people in the train station.
Oh yeah, this first person. It's a true story. This first guy approaches me and he offered me a hand to give me a hand job for like $1.
What?
He needed $1 for like, I don't know, cigarettes or food. And I was
he went straight for hand job?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, and he was not unattractive. I go, dude, you're so underselling yourself. Like, who was giving you financial advice? I would fire them immediately. But I was like, I'm kind of all set on that. And I was thinking to myself, like, where would this take place anyways? Like right here in front of the staircase. But I was like, okay. And then about 5 minutes later, this lady, no, I'm dead serious. This guy was like, and he was like, it wasn't just me. I wasn't like, he found me attractive. He's going door to door with the same gesture, the same
wow.
offer.
I thought you meant been wearing your free hand job shirt.
No, that was in my dry cleaning. So this lady approaches me and she was a little more direct and not as entrepreneurial, but more direct. And she just wanted $2 for something to eat. And I was like, no, I don't carry cash. I'm sorry. And I was thinking to myself, like, well, I wonder who made more money that day, her or the guy, right? So, but and then another like 4 or 5 people approached me about like, where are the bathrooms or is this the Amtrak station? Even though it has Amtrak like every 5 feet, it's a huge sign for Amtrak.
This is why you need to master what I've mastered, which is the don't fucking come and talk to me look. It's like a furrowed brow and like don't ever make eye contact with anybody. You're too approachable.
I should just cough a lot. Like,
yeah.
Don't come near me. But yeah, they I must have sucker on my face or whatever because they all come to me.
Well, and then maybe not sucker, maybe hand jobber. You could just tell them like, oh, my rash hasn't cleared up.
And the worst part about it is that, I wasn't alone, right? I was like squeezed into like a line of like 50 people. So they all heard the conversation. I was like, oh my God.
What do you think you could say to people just to really get them to go away? This sounds really mean, but I feel like pretending that you're deaf is a good one.
Oh my God. Or
no, you know how I feel about deaf people. I came from one. I don't know. I just feel like it's a great way because people get really uncomfortable, which is stupid. Don't be uncomfortable around deaf people. They just people. But I feel like it's a great way to get someone to be like, oh, now they don't know what to do. They'll go away.
Well, I always thought about maybe like trying to kind of fumble through like a foreign language response, like, no comprende. No, I don't know. No anglais.
Yeah, that sounds real.
Does it?
No.
Well, I would practice, obviously. I mean, this is like right on the spot, Kevin.
That was like 5 languages and accents into one, and 3 of them were racist.
They were not.
A little bit.
Oh, you can be deafist, but I can't be racist.
Yeah,
also.
They're not listening to this.
That
Fair assessment.
That was probably racially insensitive, but I wouldn't call it racist.
No, I know.
Okay.
Listen, everyone thinks everything is racist nowadays. I think half the shit we label as racist is racist because you label it that way.
How would you expect me to actually speak a foreign language without sounding like the foreigner?
I know. And we have to understand that we are the definition of white privilege, except maybe minus a little bit because the gay thing.
Minus a lot.
Minus a lot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I actually think that makes us more privileged.
You disguise it better than I do. It's like, hello.
I think it's way more privileged for us to be gay.
We can buy more shit.
We can buy more shit?
Double income, no kids. We're dinks.
Oh, right. Got it. Well, yeah. So, wow. I didn't know the train could be that exciting besides derailment.
The whole way in the cab from my client to the train station is about a half an hour. It's about a 3-mile ride, but it takes a half an hour to get there.
In a related story, I need $10.
Yeah. That's like 6 inch.
Well, yeah.
Anyways, yeah, but
they got hand braces.
I have to. No, you get carpal tunnel in your thumb. It's not gonna work out. So I have to get over this because I'm going to be there a lot. My client it's just ramping up. I'm going to be there quite often, so I'm going to have to figure a way to kind of get through it efficiently. But it certainly irritated me yesterday.
Yeah, New York City is a tough place. It's full of people. I'm there a lot for work too. Just don't make eye contact with people. I'm telling you, that's the key.
I try not to. I was like playing Pokemon.
Or just say no. Yeah.
No.
I get approached a lot for money too, and I literally never have cash on me. I'd be happy to give a little bit if I could, but I just don't carry cash anymore. It's not that kind of society.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't either.
I just go, do you have Venmo? Can I Venmo you? No.
PayPal.
I like this voice too when you do that because you sound real assholing. No, I can't. No.
Like Fran Drescher, the nanny.
Yeah. Well, that's a little higher.
Oh, hey,
Mr. Sheffield. Okay. Well, I was trying to think about what annoyed me this week, and right before we started this, I dropped a fucking pan on my foot,
toe.
And it's like black and blue and throbbing right now. But it's not
probably broken.
No, I can move it. Maybe a little chip came off.
Ugh.
Yeah. Anyways, what really has been bothering me is just being fucking locked inside with this cold weather.
Yes.
Our listeners in the South, screw you.
No, good for you. They were smart to get the hell out of the Northeast.
I guess. They're probably jogging around a track listening to this. We have been holed up in Rhode Island. The dust in my house will not escape. I just dust and it just reappears because there's no outlet for it. Over it.
It just demotivates you too. I haven't really felt motivated. I mean, I'm still going to the gym, but I have to force myself. And
seasonal depression.
I just don't feel like doing anything.
I know.
I'm in bed at 8 o'clock at night. I don't want to watch movies. I just want to do nothing.
Oh, I just really just want to watch movies and be under a blanket.
Yeah.
And I'm sick of the snow. I'm sick of I'm just over it.
It's 6 weeks until spring. Just FYI.
Well, the fucking groundhog said some shit, right? Didn't he see his shadow?
Yes.
Why is that still a thing?
It's like a moneymaker, right? People go, they buy
like horoscopes. They mean less than nothing.
They buy kitschy shit for it and stuff. I'm sure it makes a ton of money.
Yeah. The horoscope thing. You don't believe in that, right?
I mean, I wouldn't say.
Do you know any twins?
To it. What?
Do you know any twins?
Yes.
They don't ever have the same personality.
No.
Debunked. Horoscopes debunked. They have the same fucking horoscope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh, I hate when people are like, well, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm fiery.
I think what happens is that we
read when I do that.
Yeah, we read it and then we kind of shape it into our own reality, right? So
I guarantee you just strip all the labels off of it and hand one to somebody and go, "This is your horoscope." They'll go, "Oh my god, it's totally me."
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a random one, and mine's the worst because I'm a Cancer.
So am I.
Are you?
I'm right on the cusp of Gemini Cancer. In most horoscopes, because it's a little bit of like flexibility in terms of what date they cut it off on, but they should cut it off on June 22nd, but they cut it off on June 21st, and I was born on June 21st. So
why does it matter? It doesn't mean anything.
Well, yeah, but I guess people want to know kind of when.
Oh.
And didn't they have a whole thing with actually is completely fucked up and incorrect because somebody made a mistake like 1,000 years ago, and like
they just changed it and
they recalculated it. Now we're all Scorpios, we're all Aries.
Stupid. It's so stupid. Yeah. It's like tarot cards. I mean nothing. Anyways,
I would say
if
if I went to a reading and someone gave me the death card, or whatever, I would be panicked a little bit.
The death card doesn't mean death, right?
Or he or she gave me some like ooh, you have something bad's gonna happen. I would be.
They always give you. I went to a psychic in like high school, and they were like, "You have a curse on you," and I was like, "Oh, do I?" And they said, "Yeah, we can get rid of it. It's just like we're gonna light you a candle, and it's like $50 a week for us to light the candle, but after 10 weeks, the curse will be lifted." And I was like, "That sounds like the fucking curse. $50 a week."
Yeah, for 10 weeks.
For 10 weeks,
$500. Oh my god.
Yeah,
you could have outsourced that for like $300.
I would have lit a candle for you for a hand job. All right, so people emailing asking where the show has been. Someone said, "Can you at least tell me the next topic?" And I was like, "We really don't bullshit about that. I have no idea what this topic is."
I didn't know about the topic until today, actually. So
it's your topic.
I know. I picked it today.
Oh,
yeah.
Way to plan.
Well, we got together about 2 weeks ago. Don't get upset, listeners, but to record. But I just didn't really have a topic, and I wasn't really feeling it. Hence the demotivation of the wintertime. So we scrapped it, and now we're here.
Yeah, we played PlayStation VR instead. It was really fun.
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys had to wait 2 more weeks.
It was so good.
All right, David.
All right, so
dramatic pause. Okay, now go.
Drum roll. We should have the drum roll. We should do some more audio stuff for the. Well, no, we shouldn't do that because I'm the one who edits, and it's like a lot of work.
Yeah, I'm not. No.
Okay. Well, if anybody wants to volunteer to be an intern, we'll just send you the audio file. You can work your magic on it.
Okay.
Okay. So the topic. As you know, it's winter.
Correct.
And everybody's getting sick.
Yes.
And the flu season is pretty dramatic this year. People are dying, which is so unfortunate. And a lot of people are being hospitalized.
Yes. And can we back up for a hot second?
Yeah.
Local news story. A local restaurant next to us basically had to shut down for a few days because people were getting the norovirus.
And they never shut down, by the way.
From the salad bar. Yeah.
Now, never episode 1.
So this
reasons
episode can save your life.
Yeah, right.
We had friends who were affected by it.
I know, but it was never, the restaurant was never shut down. They had the city came in and they found the norovirus. They had to clean out the salad bar, but they never shut down.
How do they find it? They go, oh, there it is.
There it is.
It was in 3-bean salad.
They found a dead person slumped over the salad bar. Yep.
Found it. I know. All it takes is one person to cough on something. That's not the restaurant's problem.
Well, I know I understand you can have the virus and not be symptomatic at that point, and so you're out socializing. But this is why I don't go to salad bars, because people touch the food.
Yeah, I know.
They
people are nasty.
Food. It's like no effing way.
Yep. Sorry.
Anyways.
Go ahead. Back to your topic. It is cold and it's the winter time and people are getting sick and getting the flu.
It's the same topic. So I do a lot of talk about the flu and norovirus and stuff, and from the moment I hear about the flu or a cold, I am convinced I'm going to get sick. And I just told you I was sick.
This is it?
Yeah, I told you.
Fear of being sick?
I was sick for like 6 weeks, with the holidays. But when I hear somebody coughing or someone's talking about, I had a stomach bug. And as an example, I was at that same restaurant the other day, and we love going to the bar. We know everybody there. Yeah. And this woman, she just always insists on like grabbing me and kissing me on the lips. And so the other day she kissed me on the lips and she said, you probably wondering where I've been. I had a horrible stomach bug. I go, oh my God, why are you fucking kissing me?
That's disgusting.
I ordered a huge shot. I like swallowed it quickly and rubbed it against my lips. Like, oh my God, kill all the germs.
But, yeah, that's a tip. Purell for your mouth is vodka.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually shocking I got sick, to be honest with you. But so every winter, whenever I start hearing about everybody getting sick, I'm like in a constant state of like petrified fear that I'm going to be sick. And because when I get sick, I'm a huge baby. And then I whine about like, I can't go to the gym and I can't go outside.
Oh, you complained about missing the gym when you were sick to me like all the time. And I was like, calm down, you'll be fine. Skinny.
I don't like it.
I know you don't.
I don't like being thrown out of my consistent schedule.
Plus, there's always that moment where like you feel like a little tickle in the back of your throat and you're like, oh shit.
Here we go.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, maybe, is it a self-fulfilling okay, hold on. Yeah. Is it a self-fulfilling prophecy where your body just goes, yeah, you're probably right. Let's just get sick now.
Get sick. It could be. If you will yourself to get sick. Well, I've heard that, the mind's pretty powerful.
It is. The placebo effect and the nocebo effect. Do you know about the nocebo effect?
No.
So the placebo effect is when drugs work when you're taking sugar. Yeah. The nocebo effect is when you are taking a drug and you think you're going to get a side effect, so you get it. Yeah. Okay.
This happened to me the other day.
Yeah?
When I got sick. Oh, sorry.
You have ice in your mouth. We're so goddamn professional.
When I got I was going to spit it out across the room. So when I got sick, I finally went to the doctor, and I never go to the doctor when I'm sick. I only go for preventive stuff. The NP there gave me a prescription. I told you about this, antibiotics. And so I'm thinking to myself, like, well, why would I take this, which is going to destroy my intestinal tract? And she's like, well, some people experience, diarrhea, and other people get like headaches or whatever, and some people get a skin rash. So I took a couple of pills, not at once, for a couple of days.
Before you consulted me.
Before I asked you, and I stopped. But I started to see a little rash on my face, and I go, oh my God, I'm getting a rash from this effing pill.
Meanwhile, it was probably like you laid on the wrong corner of the pillow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I was like, so for a week, it wouldn't go away. I think it was just like maybe dry skin because it is winter, right? And Pete's like, you're killing me with the rash thing. Shut up. And I go, no, it's the rash. It's from that medication. I'm going to call the manufacturer and lawsuit.
Yeah, the fear of getting sick is really big for people. When I was in New York recently, and people were wearing those face masks.
I saw a ton of people at Penn Station with the face masks.
Asian people.
I know.
I hate generalizing, but it was just I was if I was taking a study, it would be 95%.
Well, they probably have PTSD from the whole SARS outbreak,
Bird flu, is that them too?
Bird flu.
Yeah.
Did I have the bird flu, or was it with the swine flu?
It was swine flu. Bird flu was deadly. Swine flu was like
5 years ago, 6 years ago, I was deathly ill. Yeah.
I don't know why they, as a people, tend to sound terrible, tend to wear those. Michael Jackson as well. And that didn't work so well.
It's supposed to be it works, doesn't it work?
You have to get like a certain kind, because most things are viruses, and most viruses can go right through those things.
Really?
Yeah, you have to get like a really expensive kind of one, I think.
Oh, God.
Don't hold me on this.
Like
I'll look it up.
Battery operated filter on it or something?
Like a bubble, like John Travolta in that 70s movie.
You just roll around the Penn Station.
Listen, you cannot escape germs. At any given point, there's like 1 trillion living in your body. There's more non-human cells than human cells in your body at any given time. Did you know that?
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
So you are more...
We're a whole ecosystem.
You are more bacteria than you are human.
But some is good bacteria, though.
Yeah, of course.
It's meant to keep you healthy.
We would be dead if there was not bacteria. Yeah. Honestly, every person on Earth would be dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You cannot escape it, and if you think you can escape it, you're going to drive yourself absolutely nuts.
Okay. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
There's always that person in your network of friends who just never gets sick. And they're always like, they're always like, oh, I take care of myself. I drink like green tea and chamomile. And I take like this pill and that pill. It's like, do you believe that shit? Or do you believe that people are just genetically like predisposed to not get affected by some of these strains of viruses or bacteria?
I think it's double-fold. Like some people have better immune systems than others. Like they have higher levels of certain blood cells that take care of shit, but also your lifestyle. Like if you're someone who goes out into places where you're exposed to new bacteria and viruses all the time, you got a kid who goes to daycare, you're going to get sick a lot more than a stay-at-home, someone who works from home and doesn't leave their house a lot.
My mom has like a immune system of steel right now because she's a nurse, right? So everybody's coming out of the office sick and they're exposed to everything. She'll get sick, but then it's like she's good for like another 2 years, 3 years, right?
Yeah, so you can build it up for sure. Yeah. That's why like people who keep their kids like super, in bubbles essentially, when they don't let them touch any germs, those kids get really sick later because they don't get the antibodies, the natural antibodies.
Kelly, listening? My sister,
yeah,
Kelly.
I don't know. Let your kids lick a doorknob.
Although I will say, on the train ride home from New York City last night, I was opening my tray table thing, to put my laptop on, and it was disgusting. So I whipped out my hand sanitizer and a napkin, and I wiped the whole thing down. The guy next to me, I can see by the corner of his eye, like kind of like rolling his eyes, like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I go, "Hello."
I did the same thing. We went to the supermarket the other day, and there was these 2 guys that went in before us, and they both got carts, and one of them got the cart wipes and wiped it down, and they were like Scottish, which made them immediately like a little bit attractive, even though they weren't. And he was like, "What you doing?" And he was like, "You don't know who's been masturbating on the carts." And I was like, oh. Is that a thing that happens in Scotland?
No, only Penn Station.
I just sounded like Shrek a little bit.
That sounds very Irish to me, but...
I don't know the difference. I mean, it's a few miles. Ireland and Scotland are not far apart.
Okay, I guess okay, whatever.
It's like going from Rhode Island to Connecticut. It's not that different.
Okay. There's a body of water in between, but okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't shop at this grocery store very often, so I don't really use the wipes, but I always carry either wipes or a container of that hand sanitizer, and I wipe everything down.
No,
Airplane
I don't agree with that.
Kevin, if you saw that tray, like, there's no way putting anything I'm going to touch later on this stupid platform.
You're creating superbugs.
Well, good.
Well, that's what's going to kill you, and then there's no...
Well, no, I'll survive that, but everybody else will probably die.
Nice. Great.
We do have to get to a point where we can no longer support, like, people on the planet, right? So, I mean, we have, 7.5 billion people on the planet right now?
Yeah,
what's
TikTok.
What's the capacity? 10 billion?
Actually... Hold on to that thought.
Okay.
It's the next episode.
It is.
I'm going to give you a spoiler. I'm actually going to tell you the topic. Ooh. The next topic is the fear of the world ending, like the apocalypse.
Well, in what
you just shrugged your shoulders, like you're upset about that.
The world can end in a variety of ways. It could be like a plague. It could,
yeah, we're going to talk about it.
It could be a comet blowing us up.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, got it.
That's what I hope for. I hope for a deep impact scenario with Taya Leone.
Not a Walking Dead scenario.
No, I don't want that.
Yeah, it's too.
Although I would be so good in a zombie apocalypse. I really would.
I would be okay. I'd last a few weeks, but I wouldn't survive very long.
So the germ thing, if you, this is a weird sentence, but if you ever can, go to the bathroom with my now husband, Jesse. It's a weird sentence. Watching him leave a bathroom is like watching a beautiful ballet.
Oh, because he does like he gets the paper towel and opens the exit door, then like tosses it into the trash can or something like that.
It's absolutely amazing, and I don't know how he does it. Like he uses his feet. It's like he has a prehensile tail that comes out, and it's amazing.
I actually do know that about him, and so when I'm at a restroom and I can actually get a paper towel because a lot of them are blow dryers.
Mm-hmm.
And I just saw a thing on Facebook the other day about someone who cultured the inside of those Dyson hand dryers.
Oh no!
And they basically grew like a loaf of bread. It was like that. It was that toxic, and it was like, do not that air.
Yeast, not
that
bacteria.
Air is full of bacteria. Do not use those hand dryers.
Yeah, the hand dryers are supposed to be more environmentally friendly than paper towels, but actually
You use electricity.
use more energy and spread more germs than just using one paper towel, which I don't use just one.
No, I grab a whole stack.
Yeah, just like I empty out the
Yeah,
dispenser.
me too. And I never use the ones hanging out because you don't know who's touched it. So I always kind of inch that out and let it fall on the floor, or put it in the basket, and then I take the other ones out.
I do the same thing with the toilet paper. Like if you ever have to use it in a public restroom that's hanging out.
Well, you know that answer to that for me.
Yeah, I don't touch. I try not to obviously use a public restroom ever for number 2. But if the toilet paper is hanging out, immediately I'm like, that one was moments away from being up against an asshole.
Oh God, Kevin.
I'm not wrong.
No, but yeah, okay.
And then that person's hand that was close to said area was reaching for the paper. So just maybe like have a lighter and burn that square up. That's actually really bad advice.
It's very bad advice.
You did not hear that here. If you do burn down a public restroom, you got that advice from whatever the number 1 rated podcast on iTunes is right now. Take them down.
Who is that right now?
I don't know. It changes all the time.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Listen, get everyone and all your friends to like rate and review us on iTunes because that boosts us up there.
Yeah, I haven't even checked in a long time. I'm not sure if we have any new reviews at all, but
I don't know.
Check. Yeah, but
it's fine.
But yeah. So I mean, I understand that everybody has that fear. Probably. I mean, not everybody, but I always get freaked out that I'm going to like be sidelined by some significant illness, and then when you see on the news like, oh, this person who's like younger than me, and they're
got the flu and died.
Yeah, died. Lungs filled up, couldn't resist the strain of the virus and dies. Like, what the hell?
I always get nervous that I'm gonna get pneumonia and die like Jim Henson because he was fine, and then all of a sudden he was dead.
Like within a couple of days, right? So
yeah, he had pneumonia that he didn't take care of or go to the doctors for, and that's how he died.
Well, that's a different kind of pneumonia, though. He had a compromised immune system. Didn't he have HIV?
No. See, and that's the common misconception.
Oh, he did.
That is a myth that he had HIV, and that is not true.
I'm sorry. Well, I shouldn't apologize, but
you absolutely should apologize to Jim Henson.
Thinking somebody has HIV is not a terrible thing.
No, it's not. It's of course not. But
I know your connection to Jim Henson, but I always assumed, I'm not sure where someone told me that, if I read that somewhere, but I always assumed that he had HIV.
A lot of people did. It's not true. He just had standard what is it called, walking pneumonia, and it got out of control, and he was hospitalized, and at that point the bacteria had released too much toxins and he died.
God.
Yeah.
Is that how you die, the bacteria?
Yeah, it releases toxins in your body.
I thought you drowned.
Well, I mean, I think there are ways that it like hardens your lungs. I am not an epidemiologist, but
Well, that wouldn't be...
Yeah, that's disease, right?
Oh, a pulmonologist.
Pulmonologist is for the lungs, but diseases is epidemiology.
You know, I have a degree in epidemiology.
That's not true.
100% is.
You do?
Yes, from the University of Massachusetts. I got a degree in biostats and epidemiology.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I panicked after undergraduate and like went right into graduate school, and they paid for it. So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And I had a choice between the MPH, which is more on the policy administrative side.
NPH?
MPH.
Oh, I thought it was like Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, Masters of Public Health.
Oh.
And so I decided to go for the science side, the clinical side, and yeah, so I did my thesis on the Ebola virus.
Oh, the hot zone. Huh?
My fascination was on infectious disease, so I did the whole thing.
I love that stuff, but microbiology, we've talked about this before, and that class was real bad for me. I have a degree in vibology. It's the study of the chemistry between you and me.
Oh, okay.
Paula Abdul.
Yeah, you're still a lag. Okay. Oh my God, remember that song though? It was so bad.
I love that song.
Remember she sang it live.
Horny horns.
Remember she sang it live. It was a train wreck. A train wreck. Oh, that poor
I
thing.
don't think Paula Abdul has ever sung live.
She sang live.
David, the Spice Girls are going on tour.
No.
All 5 of them.
There's 5 Spice Girls?
Yeah, I will empty out my bank account to see. You can't name the 5 Spice Girls?
Mel B.
No, I want their nicknames.
Scary Spice.
That's Mel B.
Sporty Spice.
That's Mel C.
Ginger Spice.
That's Jerry Halliwell.
Posh Spice.
Victoria Beckham.
And Baby Spice.
Baby Spice. Emma
Yes!
Thompson.
Oh my God.
I'm so proud of you. And
I'm proud of myself, actually.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you sad for yourself a little bit?
Yeah, a little
bit. I saw Spice World on opening weekend, and I was one of 3 people in the theater.
Can they even hold a note? Not a second one can hold a note.
I guess the stipulation was that Victoria Beckham would not sing a note during the tour. But actually, the other 4 can really sing.
Mel B can sing.
Yeah, she really can. They all had solo albums. Even Victoria. I might own all of them.
Oh, God. Okay.
Actually, I think the most talented singer is Melanie C.
Ginger.
No, Sporty.
Oh. The redhead.
No.
Oh.
The one with the gold tooth, high kicked a lot. Ponytails?
No, didn't, what was Ginger's name?
Jerry Halliwell.
No, she has a great voice.
No.
Oh, okay.
She does not.
Okay.
I mean, she can sing, but she doesn't have a great voice.
Where are the... Mel B is the only one with a real career right now. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah, Melanie C is releasing new music. Mel B's just whoring herself as a judge on everything.
You know how much they pay her, right, for that?
Oh, I'm sure tons.
It's ridiculous.
Right?
Ridiculous.
Didn't she have like a baby with Eddie Murphy?
What?
I think so. I think... I might have made that up. Is that libel if I said that? Are we going to get sued?
No.
Allegedly had a baby with Eddie Murphy.
Didn't she have some, like... There's all those other issues with her kids, because she was a judge for Australia Has Talent, but then they canceled her contract for some reason, and then she came to the U.S. I'm not sure why, but...
We're just starting rumors about Scary Spice.
I don't get it.
I don't know. I was a big Spice Girls fan.
Wow. Oh, God. What's next? NSYNC reunion?
That'll never happen.
Because... please. The only other person who could sing was JC.
No, they could all sing, except for maybe they really could.
JC has an amazing voice. He tried to do a solo career. His first hit was so good, but it didn't go anywhere. He didn't really have
his first song was like is not good.
It was good.
It's Some Girls Dance with Women.
Oh no, maybe that's the other one. Maybe second single.
Was that his first? Some Girls Dance. It was terrible.
Oh no, this one, the one that I listened to was pretty catchy. It had a good like melody and.
What'd you think of Justin Timberlake in the Super Bowl?
Well, I'm not a huge fan of his, and so I don't really follow him very well. I like his music, but I thought he did pretty good. I thought it was predictable.
I thought it was appropriate for him.
Yeah, it was appealing to a wide range of people. It wasn't provocative. I think he probably got freaked out from the last time he was on the Super Bowl with Janet Jackson with the whole wardrobe thing. But yeah, I mean, it was good. I saw a lot of negative criticisms
about the Prince thing.
Just the whole thing. I mean, people said the 2 biggest losers were Tom Brady and Justin Timberlake.
Oh, come on. I liked how the purple thing spread through Milwaukee? Minneapolis, yeah. Much like a disease.
Full epidemiology. Yeah, I mean, it was okay. I mean, I was entertained, but I don't know, that first single though, his new single. Oof, I don't know about that. I know. I mean, he wasn't really singing it though. You couldn't hear him. I wasn't sure if he wasn't projecting or the music was too loud. But it was
cannot all be gems.
It was not good. It was not good.
This was a good topic. I'm glad that I hope your sickness for the season is done, as I hope mine is.
I've had a terrible stomachache the last 3 days, and then was it on air or off the air where you told me you had 3 friends in the last week who had stomach bleeds? Well, now I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die from a stomach bleed.
We knew someone in our family that had a stomach bleed, and thankfully they're okay. I got a text message from a stranger that says, hey, I have to call out sick tomorrow. I just threw up blood. And I was like, I think you're texting the wrong person.
But go see a doctor.
Yeah. And then another friend too, same thing. They threw up blood. So if this is the beginning of the zombie apocalypse, I would like to say that you heard it here first, folks.
Oh, shit. Well, should I be home for that, though?
Yeah, I don't have any weapons in this house.
Don't forget, as Brad Pitt said in World War Z, movement is life. You have to move. You can't hunker down in your own house. You have to keep moving.
Okay.
Just keep that in mind.
Just keep moving?
Yeah, you can't hunker down. You have to keep moving during the apocalypse.
Well, that's tiring.
I'm not sure where you're going to go, but...
Montana. No, you go to an island, and then you just pick off all the people.
No, you go to somewhere where it's fucking freezing cold, like the Adirondacks.
Oh, that sounds like a life to live.
Well, zombies can't tolerate that cold, can they?
Why not? They have no soul, blood.
Oh. Well, they have to have a central nervous system because to kill them, you have to put...
They could be driven by dark forces, David. You don't know that.
You're driven by dark forces.
Listen, you're the one with the degree in epidemiology. Figure it out.
All right. Well, I don't feel better, but I still have a stomach ache. But I'm hoping people will email and say I feel the same way, and I'm always.
I absolutely feel the same way. I'm always afraid of getting sick, and I'm always like, oh, it's gonna come because I have to do this, and then I'm gonna get sick, so I won't be able to do this. It's
part of it, I catastrophize every symptom, right? So I have a little sore throat. Oh my god, throat cancer. I have a stomach ache. Oh my god, I'm gonna have a AAA. It's like, yeah,
a AAA,
abdominal aortic aneurysm.
Oh wow, okay,
yeah, look it up.
Yeah, but that's not a cute acronym for it. AAA. That's what you get when your tire's flat.
You get a discount at your motel room.
Yes, so what are the tips? Chicken soup?
Chicken soup. I ate a lot of chicken soup when I was sick. I told you this, didn't I? So I was taking like an inhaler. I had the stupid like antibiotics. Nothing was working.
Dumb.
And so a friend of mine who I've known for a number of years, and he's very into like holistic stuff and like, homeopathic solutions and remedies.
Yeah, shit that doesn't work.
He was like, mix 2 cups of cold water,
a
quarter cup of apple cider vinegar, and a teaspoon of honey, and I guarantee within a week it'll be cleared up. Within 3 days, my chest was completely clear.
Apple cider vinegar is awesome. I thought a lot of homeopathy is baloney, and some of it's good, but a lot of it's like 2 cups of water, a unicorn whisper, like,
Oh God, don't get me started. When I was
read a Bible verse into it.
This was years ago. I was living in P-Town for the summer, 94, let's say, and I became friends with this guy, Steven, and he was really into he belonged to a group. He's from New York City. This group that would meet once a month and do like holistic stuff. And one of their things was they would eat apples for 3 days. The only thing you could have apples, black tea or black coffee, and water for 3 days. It was supposed to cleanse you, right? So
yeah, I bet it did.
And you pick your apple. You could have like Granny Smith, you could have like Brayburn, you could have McIntosh, but you could only have that type of apple.
In pie form?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cool with it.
Yeah. Apple schnapps or whatever. So I never did it, but he did it. But unfortunately, he got like, I'm sure it wasn't related to that, but he got like lymphoma. And I'm like, how could that be a cleanse? So I don't believe in a lot of that homeopathic stuff.
All right,
you told me the echinacea has no clinical benefit, right?
When they look at things long term, a lot of the stuff doesn't work. But
and a lot of it's destructive. Like what was the St. John's Wort actually caused problems?
Yeah, it's not good to take if you're taking anything with depression. That's my little tip. St. John's Wort, it's best not to fuck with that, honestly.
Even like melatonin, if you don't use it right, can be dangerous.
I love melatonin, but oh shit, I had something great to say and I lost it.
Apple cider vinegar?
No. All right. So the new thing that's going on Instagram is ridiculously hot people walking around with fucking crystals.
What?
Oh yeah. They're all like, oh, I'm carrying around a rose quartz crystal today because it has this power. And I'm like,
you know what it is? It's these companies pay these people to go on social media and do that because we all take advice from attractive people.
Of course, but they are fucking rocks. There's a quartz is just, but quartz is just another like way that sand can go. It's just glass that's not glass.
It's silicon.
They're like, well, no, it holds energy. I'm like, I got news for you. Lots of shit holds energy. Gasoline holds energy. That's why we can burn it.
That's right. You carry around a gasoline pump.
Yeah, just douse yourself in kerosene and feel the energy.
What was that TV show with the Muppets one? Yeah, with the crystal.
The Dark Crystal.
Dark Crystal.
Don't say the Muppets one and don't expect like I don't have that on tip.
They're recreating that, aren't they?
They're re-releasing it in theaters this month in select theaters, and also they are making a Netflix series about it. 10 episodes or something.
What's the calling?
Oh yeah, those are the Mystics.
It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
So good. But it does need an update on the graphics, though, and some of the animation.
Yeah. Do you know Jim Henson, again, pneumonia, originally created that movie without any English in it. It was all a complete other language, and then he presented it to the studios, and they went, oh, no. And it was going to be subtitled. And they were like, no, we're not doing that. So they had to go back and re-record everything and match the mouth movements.
Oh, my God.
And make up dialogue that matched it. So rewatch that movie because it's
interesting.
Yeah.
I would have preferred it with no English. And actually, I just listened to a story again on NPR about this woman, and she actually studies fictional languages. Like, so the language in Star Trek, Klingon. On Klingon, and there's a language. She had a number of movies where it's a fake language.
Navi and all that. Yeah,
and so it's fascinating, and she can speak them.
Yeah, there's tons of linguists. Yeah, I love
amazing. That. I don't have the capacity for that at all.
That was left turn there off of epidemiology.
Yeah.
Oh, and
anyways,
we're back.
We tried to shoot for a half an hour, 40 minutes into the damn thing.
Well,
so, all right.
We are sorry that we were gone. We're going to try to do this more.
Glad to be back.
More frequently.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we are. So the next topic, which will be the apocalypse. We'll talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, send in any ideas about if you want topics to explore, and we'll do some research.
Yes,
give us a little bit of leeway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So 29th is the apocalypse.
And I'm like,
should we do
right now about our closing statement?
Should we do death as the 30th?
We should. I mean, people are asking for it. We really should. And
okay, so 29th is the apocalypse. It's going to be a fun month, kids, because then the 30th episode will be.
This is 29.
This is 29.
I think so. So 31 will have to be death. That's probably better for an odd number, right?
31. Okay.
Like 31.
We should make it 35 because I was convinced I was going to die at 35.
Oh my God, Kevin. We keep pushing it off.
All right, 31.
People are asking for it.
People are asking for death. Ooh.
It actually could be 31 through 35.
Yeah, it's going to be a long one. So just settle in.
Break it up, yeah. Pop some popcorn. Pour a glass of wine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well. All right, well, again, I'm nervous about the closing statement. I'm not sure if I remember.
You can do it.
We changed it and then went back to the original.
Yeah, we're back to the original.
All right, don't forget.
Life's crazy.
You don't have to be.
Nailed it.
Yes. All right, bye.
We are back.
Oh my God.
It's like riding a bike again.
No, it's not like riding a bike. And we didn't clank the ice as much.
Huffy 10 speed. I can clink it.
Huffy 10.